Welcome to Common Cast. I keep restarting the episodes, and I don't know how Danklin feels about that.
Did you start recording again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a gunshot.
We're playing
a great game. You have to guess it.
the best game ever made. It's
Oh my. You know what?
Have you ever seen this cutscene?
No, I've never seen this. Oh, I've seen that shot before. Oh my god, this game is. Oh.
Now you know how James.
I didn't. You know what?
Happens.
Okay. We said Shadow the Hedgehog. You know what? I'm somewhat new to this Shadow thing. I legitimately thought all the Shadow had guns and motorcycles and stuff. I thought that was just people making jokes and stuff. No, I'm just learning that this is real. This is bona fide. This is the first time I've ever seen this.
You know what's really funny? So this is the one time that I think my mom was really conscious of what I wanted to get and understood what was happening, and I didn't. For once, usually it's Mom, you don't understand video games, but this time my mom. So I really wanted this game super bad when I was 11, right? And I was like, Mom, I really want Shadow the Hedgehog. And she's like, nope, not gonna happen. And I'm like, why? Is it because there's guns? And she's like, no, because it's stupid.
So wait, is Shadow an anti-hero, or?
Yeah, pretty much. That's the gist of it.
People genuinely wanted this character in Smash. Oh my god.
I mean, it could just be an alternate skin for.
Or is he
Sonic.
an anti-hero or an anti-villain? He's a villain who starts as a villain and he teams up with Sonic, or?
No, I've never played, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Well, it's time to learn. We're gonna have a lot of cutscenes to talk about, because that's what modern Sonic games are all about.
Yeah, cutscenes and
the gunshot is just too much.
Relationships. 2-player game.
I don't know about you. I ship 2-player game. Shadow and his.
Hold on, wait. So scoot over just a little bit so we can make sure we're both in good line proximity with the mic there.
So I'm gonna be classic Shadow.
Let me show you what ultimate power is.
I'm scared of anarcho-capitalists. Sonic.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Oh wait, is it not a story game?
Well, we're gonna start with some multiplayer.
Oh, okay, I thought it was okay, yeah. Which go to the anarcho-capitalist one at the bottom.
I don't know what happened.
The gunshot just kills me. This is
You might look like me, but I know you're just a fake. Let's see which one of us is the fake then.
This is literally.
I like how there's a plot line to okay, so. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I can't control anything.
I'm not having much more luck.
Okay, so it's not just the shitty controller then. I really just wanted a pink Super Wii controller and not work out for me. You're going down, Danklin.
Not
coming for you.
Honestly, at this point, yeah, I can see that.
Non-aggressively, according to the NAP. By the way,
am I Ancom Shadow?
Yeah, I'm not saying anything it's okay to do things with children. I'm just saying maybe we should rethink age of consent.
Oh my god,
Sonic.
That's the one thing I'm never gonna joke about. Wait, is that is that you, or
you're never gonna joke about the fact that anarcho-capitalists literally are just willing to die on that hill?
I have no. Anarcho-capitalists are just a strange beast to me, because it's people called it the flat Earth of political theories.
It is.
Because it's just it's thoroughly untested, and people who are undoubtedly committed, everyone who's well, once again, this is a point that I will die making. The only real libertarian, the only real bottom right, so looking at the political compass, the only real bottom right person is John McAfee. Everyone else is just faking. Everyone else.
Well, I mean, at least he's woke enough to be thinking about the debate of having sex with whales.
Oh my god, that was amazing. I looked at that and I was like, that's how you know. Oh wow, you got me.
You know what? Honestly, I think voting for somebody like John McAfee would be way funner than voting for somebody like Trump.
Yeah, oh my god.
Like, they were the people who were like, you know, and this is bad, by the way, just want to clarify, but like, oh yeah, I voted for Trump because, like, fuck it, you know, the world's gonna end anyway. You know that there's those people out there.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like with John McAfee, it's more like, you know, like, it feels more justified, I guess. What I'm saying is that he has more of a chance of getting my vote than Schultz.
Oh, Howard Schultz. Well, for those of you who aren't aware, Howard Schultz, former CEO of the Starbucks Corporation, is considering a run for president, not as a Republican, not as a Democrat. So as he calls it, a centrist, pragmatist. What does he call it? Centrist, like, rational, just like the epitome of, like,
if you call it something, it is.
Yeah.
I'm doing a really good job of fucking up these boxes.
I have no idea where you are.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there's a gun there that I really want.
Yeah, how do you get guns?
Oh,
I figured out how you get some guns anyway.
But no, Howard Schultz is ultimately, I don't know, like, just terrible idea. Terrible. There's something that convinces billionaires. It's billionaire disease, where you get $1 billion and all of a sudden you turn into a degenerate human being.
The thing though that's actually always surprised me is like how like I think like boring a lot of people are who have $1 million compared to like how like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Does that make any sense? Like, not everyone's John McAfee.
Yeah.
Some people are literally Starbucks man. Like, with my $1 million, I'm gonna fill the world full of coffee and love. Haha, kids! Exactly.
There you are, my mortal enemy. This game is awesome. Are we winning?
Collectively, never.
You violated my NAP. I didn't understand. Like, well, back to we'll talk about the NAP later. But Schultz, yeah. Well, basically, first of all, like, fuck Schultz on so many levels. Fuck him because he started Starbucks. Fuck Starbucks. Fuck coffee. Like, I love coffee. It's horrible for the world. And the trade behind coffie is also
I don't drink
horrible.
coffee. I'd rather
I've given
my
up
exploited labor be put towards tea.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've due to health concerns, I've had to give up coffee too, which I miss it. But
oh my god, is there just like a dead dude hanging out over here?
Yeah, no. There's been random people that I've been shooting.
Oh look, it says like you can help him up or something.
Oh really?
Yeah, watch. It's like help.
Oh, you can grind on the rails.
Oh wait, I just pick up the box and throw it.
Did you not see me grinding on the rails?
I've been grinding on the rails.
All right, I'm grinding up the rails now.
One of my favorite click hole things ever was oh my god, the rounds are like 10 minutes.
Oh, I actually did lose momentum going up the hill. Look at that. So how do you win at this game?
You gotta kill me.
That's violating the NPC though.
I mean, I don't know if your character has those moral reservations.
As Ancom Shadow.
As a terrorist. Oh, I forgot to show you that. When I was reading the Daily Wire stuff earlier, I took a screenshot of this poll on the Daily Wire. Is Antifa a terrorist group? And it just like lets anyone click on it. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
sure, why not?
Yeah, you said yes?
Yeah. It's like 88% of people. And it's like, of course. It's on
I want to know who
Daily
those
Wire.
I want to know who those 12% of people are that read the Daily Wire who are like, yeah, Antifa's not terrorist.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Who are those people? Why are you reading the Daily Wire?
Well, that's the thing. I wasn't gonna give them what they wanted. You know, they like if I'm on there and I vote no, and then all of a sudden their media-metric magic figures out that they're getting me to rage click on their site.
Yeah.
I gotta,
you can
gotta
also
be undercover. I gotta blend in.
Go deep. Trick him. But like, you gotta. Yeah, I don't think analytics analytics are pretty advanced, but I think you can screw up your analytics pretty bad if you over the course of like a few months. just start doing a bunch of random stuff. I think you'll mess up your analytics horribly.
I think it's a good idea.
People will be like, this guy likes truck nuts and The Notebook, and he posts about them both a lot, more than anything else. You could really throw off some people.
I like the wall running that I've been doing.
Oh yeah, the wall. Oh, there you are. I must violate your NAP. Oh. So how would you say the controls are?
I feel like Sargon the Hedgehog.
I'm gonna say it right now. These are some of the most fluid, flawless controls I've ever played with.
I feel like they work.
This game clearly went through a lot of testing.
Yeah.
I don't understand the goals, or why I have a machine gun, or why I have a rocket launcher.
Because Sonic is lame, and
Shadow.
This is the 2000s, man. 9/11 happened. Hedgehogs have guns now.
American Beauty is no longer the best picture. Now the best picture is extremely loud and incredibly close.
Alright, I'm just gonna stand here and wait for you.
I have no idea where you are anyway. Are you sure? Because I thought I saw you running across the...
So I made a lot of jokes about anarcho-capitalism, but like just like a serious question I have for anarcho-capitalists is like, if you believe in capitalism and no authority, like, you know, and this non-aggression principle, like, who's gonna enforce capitalism without the threat of violence?
Willy Wonka, of course.
It's not everyone's just gonna agree to capitalism, and that's what they don't understand. Like, you can't. There's no like.
Well, yeah, capitalism is a state structure. It's just like you need it to have it. Like,
yeah.
Well, because their whole explanation, the ANCAP explanation for everything is like, oh well, it will all even out because money. Because, like, at any given time, you could be sitting pretty in an ANCAP society, and then some guy could be like, hey, your money is worthless to me. I'm taking all your property. And
but that violates the NAP.
But yeah, no one enforces the NAP. Like, if that's the response to it, then no one enforces the NAP.
Exactly.
The NAP. Which is just like, you all gotta agree with this. It's so easy. It's like one of the most exploitable systems in the world. Just like, yep, alright, good faith. The only reason why, like, there you are. Devil.
The reason that, like, you know, like, anarcho-communism does at least, like, sound cohesive as an ideology is, like, people can collectively agree to form loose groups that aren't state structures.
Yeah.
That totally can happen. Because they can enforce it and regulate it themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, as a group against a group. Even more in a tribal sense, I guess.
Android.
Well, we don't have to worry about that anymore because anarcho-capitalism has failed in the gladiatorial arena.
Yeah. Yep, continue. I don't know why I hit that.
What does it mean, continue? What are we continuing from?
You might look like me, but I know you're just.
Oh, we want to do another one?
No, no, we're not doing another one of those, dear God.
This is the fake then.
We'll see who's
obviously me. The marketplace of ideas shot me down, quite literally.
Oh, this is. I can't emphasize to you people. I gotta tell you, this is a really bad game.
All right, so Danklin's gonna start us off on story mode.
All right.
But yeah, I just, you know, you can't have capitalism without a state.
So Shadow the Hedgehog.
Fire and Sky Festival. That's some great cinematic storytelling right there.
It's man, the Sonic series is another great example of why capitalism has failed.
This is our lives, folks. Just endlessly doomed to shovel this shit into our brains until we die.
Ooh, it's Alice. Look at the gunshot noises. Just.
And why can't I remember anything?
Oh, it's an identity crisis.
Who is this Maria?
Who is Maria? I don't know. A specter is haunting the world. A red specter, in fact.
A specter is haunting Sonic Metropolis.
That specter is, of course, Karl Marx and his good friends.
Antifa super soldiers.
Look how
I'm
pathetic they are.
low-hanging fruit today. I'm so sorry.
This is the future that Howard Schultz wants, honestly.
As you can see, the day of reckoning will soon be.
We will make no excuse for the terror. Sorry.
As promised.
Who are you, and how do you know I'm Shadow?
I thought you didn't know who he was. Like, I know, okay, fair enough, like, the Shadow games, or the Hedgehog games are for little kids, but, like,
the Hedgehog games.
the Hedgehog series of the Hedgehog cinematic universe.
Get the secrets to my past.
Which could be a thing, by the way.
Oh my god, that is true. Oh, Jesus. Who's playing Sonic again? Is it someone famous?
Deadpool. No, wait, that's Detective Pikachu. But it's
Yeah.
written by the guy who wrote Deadpool.
Alright, so.
Oh, it's got like a
Westopolis! You thought it was Sonic-opolis.
Time to go and fulfill this.
I am controlling it, by the way. This isn't like.
And doing terribly. You missed all the rings.
I don't even know what's going on. Can I just want to, like, get on the ground. Listen to that music.
No, that's probably Super Wii being Super Wii. Because I might have to play with some.
Hey, Shadow. Long time no see.
I hate
Shadow.
Sand. Looks like those black creatures. Oh my god.
But you and me are good pals for a long time.
Hey, Shadow. That's one of the Chaos Emeralds.
Well, it is? Hey, alright, game almost over.
You know, I don't think I've gotten a single Chaos Emerald in any of the classic Sonic games.
Well, there you go. Here we go. It's your first one. If I can ever get it.
With that Chaos Emerald, you can unlock unlimited power.
Sounds good. Doom's Eye. I think that's my life up there. I'm just kind of skating around. Tony Hawk's Shadow Skater.
This was just the conglomeration of ideas like that, like around the time, just like really bad. They're like, there's the skateboarding game, there's the Call of Duties, and teenagers just don't like Sonic anymore, you know?
Can you imagine that? Like, that's the problem. This game is. I'm surprised this exists.
From the people that brought you Cars 2.
Capitalism. The game. I think I'm almost dead.
No, I think you're fine.
What's my life up there, man?
You're out of ammo, though. Wait for it.
Does it follow the Sonic logic of, like, if you get hit without rings, you die?
Yeah, I would assume. Oh no, you have health.
Yeah, and I'm
This
almost
is-
dead.
More mature.
Like, oh God, I just have so many memories of playing games as a kid and being like, wow, can't wait to play this game, and you play it and you didn't realize how bad it was. You're like, whoa, this game is so good. I can just see if I had this game when I was like 10. That's really bad.
You know, I feel really lucky about the games I did grow up with.
Yeah.
Although, you know what's funny? I actually grew up with Shaq Fu.
Damn, not here.
I love how he.
Damn.
Damn.
0100 HQ, please respond.
HQ, please respond.
Oh, Junie Confessions here.
Yeah.
So I remember like being in 6th grade, right, and writing a story. Right? I wanted to write a fantasy novel.
Yeah.
So I started writing about orcs, and I literally did this whole scene where this orc is like, damn it, they got away. And he's like, this other orc is like, you know, you shouldn't use words like that.
That's the kind of like little, like, oh man. There's some beauty to that, honestly. I'm gonna miss that when capitalism ends the earth.
Shadow, what are you doing?
Shadow, what are you doing? That's a great story. What else happened in the story? Do you remember? I mean, I definitely had some classes where we had like free writing time and.
Still more to go.
Oh, okay, nice. Oh, I didn't die. There was definitely looks like I accidentally stumbled into a bunch of rings.
Oh, I think you get bad morality if you kill cops, so you should do that.
Oh, is that like evil? Do you have like evil morality up there?
Yeah, but you're too good right now.
Bam, bam, bam. Great, great, great.
These red fruits all over the place.
Oh, okay, so the life is the rings. Boom. I don't know.
You gotta smash the red fruits. I love it how like Sonic is like pretty sure they're fruits.
Coming from above.
Did you say fruits?
Yeah.
Gotta get some rings, you know.
What do you know, Sonic?
Boom.
We have engaged.
The gun is really. You gotta get the gun. Because the gun is just makes your life a lot. It like it tracks and you don't have to aim it.
You can't do the humming shot thing like you can do in Heroes?
Oh, I'm sure you can. Hold on.
The building's coming down.
That's how Heroes are kind of like. I played that one. Oh, you have a laser like. Oh wait, no, you know what? There's a little bit of like Halo in this too.
I was just gonna say, actually, somebody called somebody.
Poor dead cops.
I don't know who. Honestly can't tell. The world is too much of a hellscape. That was some great graphic right there.
That's definitely not the game though.
I know
That's
it's super weird. But I was getting an inkling to play Combat Evolved recently. Somebody made a joke about how like advanced brainworms are just a colony of worms, like the hunters from Halo. Boom, 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 boom. Are the aliens the bad guys? Oh, I need that ray gun. That ray gun is something else. Oh, get these guys.
It's like Sonic, but he's edgy because he has
Hey, he's on our side.
red,
No one is on
black
our side.
colors, and he cusses and he carries around a dildo.
Giant-
Babies.
So if that red bar fills up, do I get to be like ultimate cop?
No, that's you get red points by killing cops, which
Oh,
is accurately themed.
red points.
Yeah, there's one. Kill him. Kill the guy.
I'm just shooting
Yeah.
everything that moves.
Go.
Citizens have been evacuated.
Doing the good path. Fighting the good fight. We're all talking about this hypothetically in the game.
Oh, I'm talking about it in real life terms because if I don't get enough rings, I'm gonna die. Just like marriage.
If I'm not married to like 10 people.
Has this Mormon thing even been worth
bonus
it?
level.
Has this Mormon thing even been worth it if I haven't been married to 10 people? I honestly, it's the controls, guys. The analog stick is so bad. We have the good controller today. Boom. Stop!
Oh, stop killing them, because if you kill them, then you get blue points.
I just want the rings at this point. Alright, we need to get out of here. It's giving me a headache, if you want to be honest.
I'll take over if you want me to.
Good, got a gun again. Oh, jeez.
This is after all a show about cooperation, teamwork. Popping a cap in a black creature with red spines and yellow eyes and
Creatures left to take out.
Can we just finish the level? I want to finish the level.
I'm trying to.
Do you feel me on the controls, though?
No double jump?
Maybe you literally have to destroy all the creatures.
It says 20 out of 45.
This is such a confusing and is this not giving you a headache?
This is already terrible. I don't like this at all.
He was so innocent. An innocent invader.
This is actually what like Donald Trump thinks will happen to America. We don't have a wall.
Venezuela.
One word, communists. Shadow the Hedgehog.
Whoa. Oh, maybe you're building up like you're building up like chaos meter when you do that.
No, where are all my points?
Maybe like I literally think you have to get all 45.
Does that mean we have to go back?
Yeah. Or maybe some will spawn.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's just it's just atrocious.
Keep it up, Shadow.
Have my jokes even been able to match what's going on here? Really?
This is just a fascinatingly bad. Yeah, they're gonna spawn. You can just stick around here.
Behold the ultimate power.
Done.
What?
I don't understand.
Once I find all of the emeralds, then I'll find the truth.
Well, there you go.
What grade did we get? E rank. Obviously one of the best ranks for excellent.
I was gonna say everything's a-okay, champ.
Oh, that whole thing gave me a headache. I hope the next
I'll play the next mission. What news do we have to talk about?
Oh, there's not a lot that's happened recently. Well, I think the Venezuela kind of gets you into things. So, Venezuela is not in a good place right now. And in fact is in the crosshairs of the United States imperialist regime once again.
Yeah, do you hear about the whole thing with like the money that they like put in like a bank in London, and now London won't give it back?
Oh yeah. No, they want to give it to I don't know how to pronounce his name, Guidaro or Guadillo? I don't know. The new guy won. But they want to get it's kind of absurd that they just
He's evil and he's the enemy.
can we have the gold back that we used to help pay for something? No. 'Cause it was collateral, right? They basically used the gold as collateral and then they just can't get it back.
So, like, I mean, people are exacerbating the humanitarian crisis. This doesn't absolve Maduro of doing some very silly things.
Yeah, no, well,
and like even you know the Chavez government, don't base your entire economy off of one export.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the thing is like, especially if you're an American, that's the point I've always like. Don't let them control the debate by saying like, well, what are your real feelings about Maduro, or do you think Maduro is bad or good? Well, you need to know how bad Maduro is. All you really have to say is, I don't want America to intercede.
Yeah.
And that's to intervene, and that's all you really got to say. You don't have to. You're not qualified to. You don't have to be qualified to say anything more than that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally. The only reason I'm getting that out of the way though is just like I think like you know like you don't like yeah like exactly like you said. This isn't about like being pro like Maduro. This isn't about being like you know we're defending the socialist paradise of Venezuela. It's about like saying no to U.S. imperialism.
Yeah, and then you can say no, like in a post-Iraq world, like you can absolutely say that and you have backing. You have like, oh hey, I don't want to do Iraq again, which is totally valid because that's exactly what will happen if it will.
Well, you were saying something earlier about like whether or not we would ever do like boots on the ground in Venezuela, like that. It was like probably like a crazy situation, but I mean, it could it happen? Would
something going on
like,
out there?
you know, I don't know.
Now it's up to me to find out what they're up to.
Yeah, there's a very they've even like full mask off said like we want the oil.
Oh yeah, no, that's absolutely why people were there. Well, I was gonna say like the other thing is like bringing up like all of the things that maybe like are really bad about. Oh god. Echidnas have 4-pronged penises. This is a nature fact. Thank you, SciShow.
Now we're in the desert. Oh, it's imperialism now.
But yeah, I totally lost track. Anyway, what I was gonna say is like, I should have also followed up what I was saying about Venezuela, right? Like, you know, like it's not my place even like to critique a lot of what's going on there, insofar as like the third world and like other countries are allowed to determine their own fates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
And then on top of that, right? Like there are countries that are objectively doing way worse things to their population. Like there are
that we are absolutely allies with. Like,
yeah, there are famines. There's genocides. What do you call them? Yemen.
Yeah.
You know.
We don't know a thing about that.
But the thing is, Saudi Arabia is like, yeah, sure, take the oil or whatever. Like that's why it's all fine.
Yeah.
But, you know, Venezuela wants to be a self-determined state, and they have oil. So, obviously, there's a humanitarian crisis there.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, like you said, like, this is a post-Iraq world. We know this.
Soldiers are done for if we don't give
Yeah.
them a hand.
Well, it was. I remember, like, when in the mid-2000s, one of the big spots to do Darfur in the Sudan was having a big problem, and there wasn't a ton of there wasn't a ton of international pressure to do anything about Darfur, and it was because there wasn't like a very obvious resource to exploit there. Sudan is very desert-like, and I don't know nearly enough about the Sudanese economy or exports to really make an authoritative claim, but I know enough to be like there was really no action there. Same with like Uganda and like Joseph Kony. Remember that whole invisible children thing?
You know what? I fell for that for like 5 minutes in my like impression. I was actually like a Republican at the time, by the way. But like,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, I kind of like, I fell for that so hard. But like, gosh, is that so embarrassing? Like,
The Invisible Children. Yeah, well, like, because I actually saw, because it was a big thing at my school. We watched the Invisible Children thing. You gotta not do that.
you try not to do that.
Like, we watched, there was a movie before, like, the big Coney 2012 thing. Before the big, there was another movie that they made. And it was just this horribly exploited movie. It's like, oh yeah, man.
Well, I mean, cool. Some kids have some superpowers. I don't give a shit.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
Horrible.
Really bad. I'm gonna go get a snack.
That's a self-crit snack time.
Look out behind you!
There's, well, the Invisible Children thing, basically these guys went to Uganda. Oh, jeez. The guys went to Uganda and they found out that, like, there's a mass Joseph Kony and there was a massive war going on. There, first of all, there's like, oh no, there's conflict in a country in the third world. Very, you know, it's entirely because of horrible imperialism and horrible nonsense that goes on. And the idea that you go like there is sort of a culture in America about like finding out where the bad thing is, and I think that's contributing to Venezuela too. Is like find out where the bad thing is, and the bad thing right now is Venezuela. There's a humanitarian crisis going on. We need to pay attention. Blah blah blah. Syria was like that when it first started out. Do you remember that?
I don't actually.
There was a big culture, like, it was kind of a joke that, like, there's some, like, the hipster guy in your community is like, why aren't people talking about the Syrian war? And because there was a vested interest in getting some imperial interests. The reason why imperialism didn't work as well in the Syrian civil war is because it was an absolute mess. It still is. And all the sides, and every side was all over the place. Who was allying with who? Allies were allying against allies. It was just, and so imperialism didn't take as much hold as people wanted it to. I think Russia got in the end. Damn it. Do I have
A stick.
Try going down.
I think it was Shadow the Hedgehog who first said, "Speak softly, run real fast, carry a big stick."
Escape by burrowing underground.
I'm getting by with my one ring here.
You're not cold out soldier.
Is a soldier shooting at me?
Yeah.
Why? What have I done? What? I'm done. Oh wow, I see where you. This is a horrid mess.
How do you even get past that?
I have no idea. Oh my god. I mean, I've been talking a lot about like things that I have vague enough knowledge about to like throw down names, but not nearly enough in-depth knowledge to be like a real foreign policy critic. But the good news about being like a leftist is that you don't have to. You can just say you're an anti-imperialist and you're all good.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes there can be like things can be a little iffy, can be a bit sticky.
Damn, not here.
Man, damn!
I swear. Can you imagine? This just reeks of like fourth grade is gonna find this cool. But like, you know, it's like they're like. Have you ever noticed with like target demographics? They're always like aiming for a kid who's like how old they think they are, and they're like it's always like younger kids. Like Family Guy is appealing to adults, but like middle school kids like.
Yeah.
Shadow the Hedgehog is appealing to like probably like 10, 11, 12-year-olds. 8-year-olds probably like it.
How do you get up that?
With praxis.
Applied theory.
you need to get
How
the-
Marxist-Leninism helped me beat Sonic the Hedgehog, but he's dark and edgy and stuff.
Yeah, this is. I have no idea how to get up.
Well, this.
Oh! You can get it.
What the heck is that?
Yeah, you get to go over here and you have to like.
This is so broken.
Is that the emulator or is that the game?
No, this is. I don't say the E word.
Are you gonna censor that one?
No, I'm not going to censor that one. Watch, if I ever try to run for office, like, on top of all the awful jokes I've told on the show, like, the thing everyone will try to, like, get me for is, like, he emulates video. Can you believe it? The communist doesn't believe in intellectual property.
Try going down.
That's a Yu-Gi-Oh meme. Oh my god, this game's so bad. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh meme in process. It's like.
You saw him too, didn't you?
And it's like,
Black creatures
if you don't believe in intellectual property, then you obviously don't believe in property of JSTOR articles from leftists that you like. And you're also like, yes.
Yeah.
It's like the burn that they always try to do where they're like, I see you're a socialist, but you like money? Or like, but you earn money? How come you don't live for free?
Okay, we saved here. Let's go closer. You know what? Let's try to... Oh wait, he said like you can hold the button to jump as high as you can.
Oh, you can cling. We got a key. Oh, this is it. This is what we're supposed to do the whole time.
Don't give up.
Really close too, to be honest.
What?
I think he's like, don't give up. Damn it.
I love how you just like team up with
There's
random-
also like a little bit of Kingdom Hearts. This game's got everything, really.
How's it like Kingdom Hearts?
The swords and shadow creatures.
This is so... How are you supposed to be getting rank A on this? If anyone can speedrun this game, congratulations. You must be really good at video games.
54-hour charity stream of Sonic or Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh yeah, props to H Bomber Guy for doing that stream on
Yeah,
the trans
that
right.
was fun.
Very much, very cool, very awesome. And then also getting the hashtag Thanks Scram going was excellent as well.
You know what was really cool?
What?
So, obviously it was cool that, like, AOC went on, right?
Yeah.
But you know why she went on, right?
Why?
She said Chelsea told her about the stream.
Oh boy, Chelsea Clinton is best friends with AOC.
I really should have clarified where I was going with that.
That's the first time I've gotten. That's the first time I've gotten an Annie the Anarchist reaction out of you, Junie. Where you're just so dumbfounded.
I was just like, whoa. I was not expecting that. Oh, for a second I was like, is he serious? Oh, the evil eye is following me.
Oh, no, remember, it's supposed to follow you. Remember, it's because you didn't do well.
Device to proceed.
Oh yeah, he tells you. I like how like they even changed like the Virgil character. You know, like this is Dante's Inferno, and there's Virgil right there.
Yeah, just being like, no hentai on my profile, please. Thanks.
Can you imagine like I know time is a circle in hell, but imagine like being Virgil in the Inferno, and then some guy's like, I watch hentai, and Virgil's like, dear God.
Make sure the
What do you-
boulder swept up in the whirlwind don't hit you.
So, have you ever? So like, I don't know how familiar you are. I only am familiar through the new Sonic games with Game Grumps, and like Knuckles' new character is.
Not here.
Knuckles' new, oh my God, Knuckles' new characterization is like dumb guy.
He's Jason Momoa
Jason Momoa.
of Sonic characters. Is that what you're telling me?
I can't
Yeah.
die here.
Die here.
Blackout. Continue.
I will find
Maybe.
Let's see. I hope it doesn't send us to the first part of the level. Did it? Oh
Yeah.
man.
No, we're like at a checkpoint. Whatever. Yeah. Going back though to that whole thing with like Chelsea Manning, like being on good enough terms to like
Saw him too, didn't you?
privately communicate with. Oh yeah, we are at the beginning of the level. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. That's a good thing. That means that, you know, she's probably truly sticking to her guns, I think.
Yeah.
So that's good company. That is.
That's it.
Well, yeah. There is something to say about the company you keep and the company that hates you. Like, and on that Howard Schultz thing, because the AOC is making a conversation for herself. Every Wall Street billionaire is like, well, I don't know about the 70% tax. It's like, holy crap, she's entirely started that whole conversation about taxes.
Yeah. You know, there was also that great article recently where it was like,
forward all information on those black aliens.
it was like, Wall Street executive. There's two people that can't be president. Can't be Warren, it can't be Bernie.
Yeah, and they're also nervous about Gillibrand too, or Gillibrand.
Really? Is she, like, what's her, like, how's she on things?
Oh,
Like,
she's like, I think she's kind of like, the thing is that she's just very, very, what do you call her? Decisive, and she knows how. I think she just knows how to like kind of gun for people, and she knows how to. I think she sort of has a reputation as like a not a deal maker, but someone who plays hardball, someone who will make you cry.
Well, financially, like, is she gonna do, like, you know, like, I mean, obviously, like, Bernie's still really the only real option, I think, but,
Yeah.
You know, like, worst case scenario, like, I'm really scouring the field to make sure that there's at least somebody who's going to put some financial controls on all of this.
I think behind Sanders and Warren, then it's Gillibrand, because well, the people attribute it. She was the one behind Al Franken. Depending on how you feel about the optics of that, she just gunned for him because she knew that that's what she wanted him to do.
I feel like that was sincere. I mean,
Yeah.
they're like, you know, like, at first with the Franken thing, and I'm gonna sound so terrible when I say this too, I was like, well, yeah, I mean, he made a mistake and the crappy thing with the photo, but then, like, hearing about, like, the groping of that one lady, and I was kind of like, man, that's really silly.
Yeah.
You know, and it made me feel really bad about having that initial reaction, because I kind of had to check myself on that, be like, oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I do think it's a sincere thing for Gillibrand too, because well, that's the thing. Well, reading on, like, this is, once again, first of all, this is Twitter takes, which is both a good and bad thing. Like, Twitter takes are important, but, like, well, one of the reasons why the party loyalist does not like Gillibrand, because they know, this is the cool thing about Gillibrand is that she will gun for Democrats she doesn't like. And as of right now, that's most of them that we don't like. Pretty much, yeah. Like, so most of the, like, even if she had, she's going to hit Democrats that she doesn't, and she hasn't said anything against AOC or anyone, or
Anti-imperialism, Shadow the Hedgehog.
there you go. Perfect.
I guess, like, I don't know if this is also anti-imperialism. I'm assuming the aliens are colonizing as well, so just, you know.
This can't be.
What?
You got 3 shadow
Get
lives.
away!
Oh, okay, I'll try not to mess them up this time.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that's good.
She, like, again, I have no she has the same sort of mystique as Kamala, as that we don't really know what she believes.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, well, to be fair, I shouldn't be too hard on Kamala because that's all Democrats. But
You know, okay, so here's the thing, though. So I was thinking about this. So I was talking to you earlier about, like how, like, the left is really susceptible to, like, bad faith actors. Yeah, like, okay, so with the whole Gillibrand thing, like, think about, like, how many people right now that are, like, really going to push the Bernie sexism angle.
yeah.
Not
Who
here.
also probably think Al Franken got a bad shake. You know.
Yeah,
that they're
yeah.
out there.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Like, I really want to stress that, like, I think it's important people realize going into the primary season, like, you know, not every take is going to be, like, genuinely sincere. And, like, the thing is, like, you know, like, on the left, you care about social justice. You want those good outcomes. And people will try to manipulate your feelings on that because they know that that's, you know, that's how they get you. So I think we just got to be careful about that. Like, you know, we got to be careful what, like...
This game is unbelievable.
Gosh, it's so awful. You know, like, what kind of things we kind of give, I guess, credence to, you know?
Yeah.
Especially when it comes from Democrats who are not, they don't, you know, they don't care about police violence, they don't care about these subjects, they don't care about global warming, or at least enough, you know, to really do anything about it. They don't care about a lot of these issues. You know, they don't really think that capitalism is bad. But, you know, they're going to try their best to be very cynical, I think, coming into 2019. And I remember how hard that was as, like finally feeling optimistic in 2016. Just to have that kind of, like, ripped away, you know, by just the way, like, the primaries were handled. The DNC literally, you know, purging voters from the rolls in New York. A lot of that stuff. A lot of the attacks on... I mean, even now, what was the one, the most recent, was like, look, it's Bernie Sanders, but he's drinking with a bunch of Russians and, like, singing folk songs, you know? And, like to them, they're like,
this
that's
land
a
is
bad
this
thing.
land is your land, which is like, okay, this land is your land should be the national anthem first, but
Yeah, no, totally.
ah, bummer. I'll try it. But yeah, well, now the Russophobia, which, well, like, props. I was fortunate enough to have, like, a Russian acquaintance recently, who I didn't really talk to them about. I didn't talk to them much about politics or anything like that, but they did post a couple times on Facebook and Twitter and stuff about, like, the frustration they got from people who were like, oh yeah, you guys rigged the primaries because Bernie and Hillary lost, and like, they generally got flack for being Russian. And, like, it's amazing how, like, that Cold War Russophobia, which it should not extend 100%.
I would
to
say
the
it is a form of at least racial prejudice.
Yeah.
If it isn't systemically entrenched, which actually, you know what, arguing that, like, Cold War, the history of the Cold War kind of does make that an entrenched, almost systemic thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of it's at least a prejudice, and it's, you know, I'd say a really bad thing.
Yeah. But they would get flack from people, and, like, getting, like, well, that take right there is just supposed to peel into this as, like, oh yeah, calling people who like Bernie Russian agents. It's just like, okay, we're doing that again, huh? Do I have to go? Oh, I have to go into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they just can't cope with the fact that, like, there are Americans who didn't want Hillary to win, and they didn't vote for her. And, like, and I think I want to make it clear that, like, Hillary, like, there are a lot of people, like, not everyone just went and voted for Trump. And no, not voting for Trump is not quite the same thing. Or not voting is not quite the same thing as voting for Trump. Like,
absolutely, I'd say it's not the same thing. You know, I feel like one of the things we definitely need to break is this idea that you are mandated. See, like, I disagree with, like, the whole thing of, like, you know, like, oh, don't vote because electoralism is just entirely stupid and a waste of time. But what I do agree with is that, like, it's generally bad when we see votes as something that you have to do. When we deny that it's a trap and that it's set to, you know, like, that's the critique of electoralism that we should be doing.
yeah.
Not just like the, you know, actually, it's funny. It's like there was that whole thing about like, I'll let my ADD brain fire off later. Go ahead.
No, please. I didn't really have anything else to say about that.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, you know, like, there's always been like a history of like the CIA or the FBI like fucking with leftist groups and like infiltration. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if like internet infiltration does happen, and like if we were to find out like 10-20 years later, like via leaked documents, that like a lot of these like people online who are like, oh, like the left should like never participate in electoralism, and like, you know, like find out that these people were just like FBI plants.
Oh yeah,
like, yeah, like just like trying to kill the left movement by being like, read a ton of theories, sit in your room and criticize everybody instead of building a mass movement.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's also... I'm not doing good at this one. I'm forgetting to jump because I'm really invested in what you're saying.
You made it further than I... Oh, wait, that's a save bubble. You go there.
Are you sure?
You're good. Yeah, that's what that is.
Are you sure? I think it's just a help thing.
Damn, not here.
Okay.
See?
You have one shadow left.
Okay, there we go. I was... Well, I mean, like, the common mantra, but first of all, awareness note. If you ever meet someone in your leftist circle who's constantly talking about violence, and especially who they should be directing violence at, notably cops, they might be a plant.
Thinks about every time I've ever, like, said that, like, Shadow the Hedgehog should...
Shadow the Hedgehog killed JFK. It's funny, you know, our Twitter profile, isn't that Shadow the Hedgehog right now?
I think so. Yeah, it totally is Shadow the Hedgehog. We have one follower. It's like this, like, weird musician dude. It's one of those, like, I follow everyone, they'll follow me back people.
Yeah.
Literally, no one's even seen this show, and we're 3 episodes in. How does one extract value? Teach me about social capital. Alienate me from my own leisure time, please.
We're doing this for money. It would be nice to do this, but we will never do it.
I would make school a hell of a lot easier, I'll tell you that much.
Our temple is not what it appears.
Although, yeah.
Time will come when it will release the
How do we get that key? Gotta get that key. How do you get that key, honestly? You know what? I don't want to get that key. Never mind.
Don't worry about the key. Just worry about hurting cops.
Not here.
Status report.
Attack your friends. Matt Christman is a plant.
That whole thing was really cool. How's anyone's possession make through this game? I feel like I've been talking so much.
No, shut up, Junie. You always do this. Checkpoint. There's a lot of checkpoints.
Danklin, what's your spiciest upcoming primary season take?
Oh yeah. I was actually meaning to talk about this. Okay, so I'm actually gonna come out from a place of compassion, believe it or not, for this. If you are feeling Kamala Harris, I get you. If you are upset, if you are a average Dem from 2016 who doesn't like Trump and really just wants to beat him, and you like the sound of Kamala Harris, well, let me rephrase it. You are a progressive person who's a bit less about progressive values. Oh, I can't believe that. bit less about progressive values, but more about winning and beating Trump, and you like the sound of Kamala Harris, like, I get why she's so appealing to you. Because she says the right things. She's saying a lot of, like, the right things right now. And the reason, if I can emphasize, like, why we would love, like, the honest truth is we would love to see, like, someone Kamala's age. Like, that is, like, I don't want to critique Bernie because of his age, but it is kind of a bummer that he's as old as he is. It does kind of affect how effective he can be, and how much influence he can have in his life.
Yeah.
But so Kamala Harris is young, she's untested, she says all the right things.
Well, and let's be honest too. Like, it would be really nice for there to be a candidate who is as far left as Bernie, who is also like a woman of color,
yeah,
who's able to run for president. We got a lot of great people in the wings right now, but they're not old enough, and they haven't been in politics long enough to be taken seriously in the presidential race.
Ready Kidna sighted.
Yeah,
engaging the black aliens in the ruins. Looks like those little things.
And so I feel you, but like if I can reason with you a little bit, is Kamala, her words don't match her actions, basically, and that's what's the big concern for a lot of us. Is like, I'd love to be down with her rhetoric, but based on her record and who she is, like, it's just a little nerve-wracking. Their biggest donor is Time Warner, and that just already is bad, you know?
Yeah. Well, and like, also to build off of that, like, people don't realize, like, things were bad at the start of the Trump administration because of the Obama administration, because of the neoliberal administrations before, you know.
Yeah, that is kind of a hard pill to swallow. It was a hard pill for me to swallow too. Is that Obama? I mean, like, if you put them on like a very on a relative scale where they're all relative to each other, yeah, Obama's like fine, I guess. He did some good things. He didn't, like, looking at where the left is right now and where Obama was. You look at, it's easy to see like how far behind Obama was and how really reactionary he was as a person. Compare, like, he had to evolve into gay marriage when the reality was most of the country that is now voting was completely behind it.
Yeah.
He did diddly squat on drug reform, which absolutely needed to happen, and while he was waiting, people went and legalized drugs themselves, because we legalized marijuana themselves, because it was a waste of time. He did nothing.
Yeah.
He deported more people than George W. Bush. He did nothing, more or less, to end the wars we were involved in.
Nothing as far as, like, serious banking regulation.
Yeah, nothing. Basically gave, if anyone was a friend to the banks.
Damn, not here.
And they still hated him for it. Keep that in mind. Like,
Yeah. They're not gonna win people over.
and so, and it's a hard pill to swallow right now, is that people, I think, they're just in love with Obama, and they love, like, what they want Obama too, and that's what they want Beto to be, that's what they want Kamala to be, that's what they wanted Hillary to be, was Obama too, or like continuing that was. But the problem is Obama was for all he said about hope and change, he was a status quo guy.
Well, and that's the thing, like, young people can't afford status quo anymore. We can't. We're drowning in debt. We're literally going to be drowning in seawater. Like, that to me should be the biggest political issue that no one's taking serious. Like, I'm surprised that there isn't, like, oh gosh dang it.
I tell you, everyone, that jump is a mess. It's so hard.
But, like, I'm surprised that there isn't more people more serious about climate change. Like, it's such a huge issue, and
well, I mean, I get why. And it's the reason why I say so is because it's just such an existential threat at this point. It's just like, do we even know, like, how do you quantify, oh, it's getting hotter, and then, like, but you can't quantify it. Like, damn. I tell you, this game, it's getting hotter, this game sucks. It can't. There's a good chance. Like I honestly think all the fish are gonna die, and then we're gonna do something. That's what my theory is. It's just because it will take something big happening for people to be like, oh, this is real.
Yeah, no, I can see where you're coming from, but I just don't think we have the time to do things like that. Like our world is getting worse for young people. We have to make a stand on what we find acceptable, and we can't be swayed into this nice, comfy rhetoric that the Gen Xers and the Boomers have. This want for normalcy. Because you know what? They might be able to live out the last 30 years of their life, okay, but we won't.
Yeah, and our kids will.
Yeah. Like if you have kids and you want a better future for tomorrow, even if you want a better future for other people's children, which I think is a great human thing we're capable of doing, is thinking about, the future generation. We should. We don't have time to be milquetoast on any of our political action. We have to be radical, because radical times call for radical politics.
Yeah, if anything, just let me put it the basic way to say it is our lifestyle. There needs to be just a massive lifestyle change about how we live, and it will be good for us.
Yeah.
Consumption is bad. We need to slow it down. And there's it's both good and it's good and bad. And here's the thing: is the good news is, don't worry about too much of what exactly you're doing, because it's hopeless either way. The bad news is that.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty optimistic. I never think it's hopeless.
Well, I don't know. I guess my whole just be prepared. For it's got to be hopefully we can get to some. My hope would be just we just get some radical change on alternative energy, do some nuclear. As bad as nuclear is, there's no emissions on nuclear, right? Am I wrong on that? Or?
No, well, nuclear's a lot better than it used to be.
Yeah.
Chernobyl is not going to happen again.
Yeah. But that's one of the I can't believe this game.
We're trying to have all these serious conversations
and watching this terrible game unfold in front of us.
We can't even get past the second fucking mission.
Yeah, anyone who watches this for the gameplay, I'm sorry.
I don't think anyone will. Not that anyone watches this show anyway. God. Well, hopefully there's just a massive revolution in alternative energy, which is honestly the best, and not a freaking subsidy resolution. Oh my god. Oh, let's have capitalism. Capitalism can't save us, guys. It's a short-term solution. Yeah. Well, there's nothing to say that even if we were to reduce emissions, it's not going to be enough. And it's already at the point where the most vulnerable populations on the planet will be suffering because of this.
Yeah, some are. Some even. It's here's the thing. It's small now. I will say it's small now, but based on how it's going, it's only going to get bigger.
Remember when people made fun of Bernie the last round when he said that terrorism was linked to climate change?
Yeah.
Looking into that argument is actually it's really well thought out, and it's very convincing in that the struggle for resources that has resulted partly because of climate change, partly because of parts of the Middle East getting so hot they're uninhabitable now.
Yeah.
By the way, that's current. Does create political conflict. It does.
It's just anything with that changes the amount of resources that are available will always create political conflict. Because ultimately that's the problem with climate change. It's a reduction of resources that we do need.
Yeah, and the distribution of those resources is important if you care about people.
Yeah. And that's I guess to bring it around and not just end on a sour note of global warming again. That's kind of
Jimmy's go-to topic.
that's the concern with like people like Kamala is that they don't. I haven't seen. She only just endorsed the Green New Deal. First of all, the Green New Deal is not enough. Props for coming up with it. At least it's action. But there needs to be far more than that. And she only just came around to it as we make this episode. And it just...
Well, remember pivots, though.
Yeah.
People do pivot.
They do pivot, yeah. Which is like, I guess in the end, I hope... She's gotten really popular all of a sudden, Kamala has. Which makes me wonder if she was going to win. And I think Kamala could easily beat Trump. Easily. Because she talks the talk.
Not here.
She's exactly what people wanted to beat Trump, and everyone hates him right now.
Yeah, what, like, how the Trump ratings don't really matter.
What?
But,
Damn. Not here.
not here.
Well, but think of like they do matter to some extent of like the shutdown. It's over. Amazing. Last time. Have both episodes that we've made been in the shutdown?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's finally over, and
Still
it could.
fucking with my work schedule because we couldn't schedule anything.
Yeah, I feel you.
State Department couldn't.
And it could happen again. Yay! Finally, that part we were at earlier. But like it did because people started not to be able to get like food stamps from the government because of the thing. And believe it or not, yes, there are plenty of Trump voters who are on food stamps. And that did, I'm sure that just like, oh hey, because of our president, it didn't let me get it. It stays in their mind, you know. They're not going to forget that. As much as we want, as much as we want to believe, like they want you to believe that like a lot of Trump voters are just red hat wearing dorks, who are like not even dorks, just evil people. Not all of them are. Some of them are just like, I don't like neoliberalism, and they made a silly choice.
And if there's no alternative, that's the thing. That's the, like even with the whole thing of like feeling pressured to vote is part of that.
Yeah.
Like you just because you feel pressured to vote decently, because that's the only option they give. And that's such an awful thing to admit. That's how we treat people. That we give them the option of, hey, either vote for this political platform that has no interest in you, doesn't want you to do any better in life, or you can throw the middle finger to everything and vote for an absolutely incompetent hack.
He is really bad, but it's kind of a beauty how incompetent he is in some ways.
Well, I think honestly, and I've said this before. I think I've said this on the show too. But like, Trump is so mentally vacant that nothing that's happening is because of Trump. I want to make that like clear. I think that's true. I think Trump has such a minor role in
Oh, okay. I had to
Yeah.
take a second to think through what you're saying, but yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Like, we gotta really think about what it means, like a Trump presidency. Because the thing is, the decency game is over, and we may never see another Trump. But you know what? They're not gonna do away with this. This isn't gonna change. This isn't going, oh, darn it.
This game is never gonna change.
Yeah, this isn't going anywhere. It's here to stay. It's just, it's gonna look nicer. It's gonna look nicer. It's gonna look whiter. It's gonna look shinier, newer.
Well, that's why they were hoping like if when they were in like towards the end of 2016 when they were like, oh, Trump is definitely gonna lose mode, which they were 100% in that mode. They thought he was gonna lose.
Yeah.
They were prompting Pence for a 2020 run.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's if you haven't realized their strategy right now is that like the Republican presidency is that they need to pick like that what they've ultimately realized is they can't pick smart people. They can't pick like they can't pick smart. They don't pick people who are like wonks anymore. They pick good charismatic people. 'Cause the last wonk they picked to be president was George Bush, #1. That didn't go so.
Tornado is approaching.
Except for the fucking like a few months ago, especially during like the McCain movie, try to bring him back.
Oh yeah. Oh jeez. What was that?
How do you think we're doing on time? Actually,
I was just looking at the time. I think we're just about over. I'm not sure. I think we may have gone over.
an hour 20 minutes isn't bad.
I don't think we're at an hour 20, but I think we're at. We might be at like an hour, almost an hour.
3 seconds.
Yeah, average unidentified podcast that I don't listen to.
Well, as we mull over what we're going at here, we're gonna leave you with this thought. Send the nukes, President Xi. Oh, that's my other theory about what's gonna happen. With, like, either we get an alternative energy. You know what would also fix it was a nuclear war. That would also probably if we got sent into nuclear winter, that would solve it.
Hey, so anarchists everywhere. If you're serious about this whole like praxis, regardless of what the state thinks thing, maybe we should start thinking about like there's like a plant apparently that like send the planet into a next ice age.
Yeah.
But like it's easier to survive in an ice age than it is like
This is when the oceans.
yeah. So find out what that plant was in that documentary. And scientists were all worried. They're like, I don't know, it could be bad, but you know, it'd be better than let's just start planting. You know, I mean, it's a suggestion. It's direct action. Plant that stuff everywhere.
Plant stuff.
Yeah, actually, just plant stuff in general.
Damn, plant stuff. All right, we'll leave you with that. This is Dankling.
Judy, signing out. It doesn't even need to be there because it's not even a visual cue.